Hey everyone, good morning and happy Friday. This is for all the beautiful overachievers in the world. We are now, February 4th into our first quarter, and I'm wondering if you are creating what you most want, if you're creating the impossible. Everything in my world and my thinking is possible. So I want you to notice where you are unconsciously believing something isn't possible. Because where that unconscious belief is, or you might even consciously believe it, this is where you are not getting the result you want. Now, how do I know this? Because this is how we've been wired. This is how we are biologically all wired, that all things are not possible, that there is threat out there, that there is something that might go wrong, that something will not work. So caution, be safe, play small, don't move forward. This is all unconscious. This is the mind of the amygdala, the ego, the stories that no longer serve you. So my want for you is to question every possibility and believe it's true. You might not feel it, you might not totally believe it, but what if it really is possible to create whatever you want in your life, in your relationships, in your work, the impact you want to leave the world, the legacy you want to leave your friends, your family, your coworkers, your company. It is possible. I learned this from a young age, that what I create comes from my thinking. So I've got to be really aware of what am I telling myself. So guys, the most important thing you can do is be aware today. What are you believing? If you notice you have anger, frustration, sadness, fear, this is the mind of the ego. And you are not your ego. You are not your unconscious thought, which has become your unconscious habit, that has become your unconscious results you don't want. This is the work of a growing conscious leader, to create what they most want and look at how they unconsciously create what they don't want. I know this because I have come through what even neuroscientists have said is not possible. My neurologist said it will take you 3 years for your brain to heal. When I wasn't expected to live, my body already knew when I was in a coma, because I had trained and conditioned the habit of my body that all things are possible. That's why I became a national criterium racer #2 in the United States when I was 42 years old. This is why I overcame the impossible from what the world thought, from what even neuroscientists, neurologists believed about me, because I had trained for 40 some years to believe all things are possible. And when I got scared, when I got anxious, when I got fearful, when I got sad, I have been learning and will continue to learn to feel my feelings all the way through so they don't drive me, and to question my thought once I feel them all the way through. Is the opposite just as true or even truer when I don't have peace and joy and I see myself falling short of what I most want to create, and most importantly, who I most want to become? I was back on my bike 8 months after the neurologist said, it's going to take you 3 years to heal your brain. And I said, hell no, it won't. I want you to know all things are possible. Question where you're believing it's impossible because the results you have. Tell yourself the opposite and feel your feelings all the way through. Reach out to me if you want to try one of these tools that I have to get you unstuck from creating what you don't want and to step into the world and life you most want. Let's live a purpose-filled, meaningful life. There's only one you, and you are called, dear one, to create what only you can, and to create and leave the world and touch the world as only you can, because there's no one like you in the whole world. So dear one, let's do this. I believe in you. Sending you love.